And this, my friends, is a pork butt, or some would say a pork shoulder butt. I never get my shoulder and my butt mixed up, but apparently with a pork you can do that. Went to Alabama last year, had an amazing smoked butt with smoked Gouda grits and collard greens. And so we thought for Thanksgiving this year, we're going to give it another run. Treatment, this is about an 11-pound pork butt. I cut a lot of the fat off. So I did this last night. Cut a lot of the fat off. Take that fat cap off, a lot of it. Trim it up good. Just getting, chunks of fat out of there. Anything that looks like meh. I probably took 15 minutes or so, just kind of cutting it up, patting it down, making sure that there's nothing gristly or anything in it that you can feel. And it'll fall apart a little bit. You can see it's kind of like, like right in here. It's kind of falling apart a little bit. You just kind of put it back together. Then what I did was I smeared it with, patted it dry with paper towels, both sides, get it nice and dry. Then take that mustard. You're not really going to taste the mustard, but it will help the rub to stick to it. So coat it good with the mustard. And then I happen to have a little of this, we'll see how this works, but some Santa Maria style seasoning, which is basically kosher salt, garlic, black pepper, onion, red pepper. And then I couldn't find any pork Traeger rub, and I used chicken rub because I had it in the cupboard. And what do they say, that good pork tastes like chicken? So what the heck. I also got some cider vinegar. This is going to go on later, but some apple cider vinegar. And I mixed up an apple cider vinegar, plus a little apple cider, plus some of that seasoning, shook it up good in here, and we use that spritzer to spritz it while we're cooking it. So right now, got the green egg warming up, got this warming up to room temperature, and then we're going to stick it on the big green egg. All right, here I am out at 5:15 in the morning, getting ready to do some business on the big green egg. It's Thanksgiving. Fortunately, I got it last night. Actually, it was 2 o'clock last night. I got all this set up. So what I did is I cleaned the whole big green egg out, and I put a layer of, got all the ashes out. Wanted to breathe good. Got a layer of apple wood. Put that at the bottom. Got some other apple wood smoking. They're soaking down here. And then I put some good lump charcoal around on top of the apple wood, and then took my chimney, stuck my starter lighter down there, and getting ready just to light this thing up, and we'll see where it goes. The trick will be remembering to get this thing out of here before the charcoal lighter catches on fire. As you can see, I've done that once or twice, but no biggie. I'm good with the black tape and wire nuts. All right, that is some applewood smoke going on right there. So if the neighbors don't call in the fire department at 5:30 in the morning, we got some good smoke going on. Okay, so what I've got there, I've got the indirect, or the egg verter, upside down, so kind of blocking out or making the heat indirect. Put a aluminum pan down there, and then got about an inch of apple cider vinegar on that thing. Okay, so I've got that pork butt sitting right on top of that vinegar. That vinegar is going to be boiling, so that'll keep it moist, get a little bit of that apple cider kind of taste going into it, and that apple wood, that thing's just going to savor that thing amazing, we hope. Okay, so what I'm looking to do is to cook this thing at about 300, 325. Got a little rain going on here today. So I'm going to warm this thing up till it gets close to that, and then we'll just shut that heat on down and regulate it and keep it about 300, 325. We'll cook it for an hour, take a look at it, spritz it up good with some more apple cider vinegar, seasoning mixture, let it sit for another hour. We're going to wait till it gets to about 160, 165, then wrap that thing up and cook it indirect until it gets to 200. Okay, this has been on for pushing 3 hours. Cooked a little bit slower today, might be the cold weather out. But that there is at 160 degrees internal heat, a few different places, checked it out. So what we're going to do now is take it off, wrap it up completely, and then put it back on until it gets to 201 degrees. Be shy about wrapping it. We're gonna like double wrap this thing up, make it nice and tight, keep all that moisture inside. She is all ready to go back in for probably 2 or 3 more hours till we get an internal temperature of 201 degrees. All right, that little beeping right there means that we've hit an internal temperature of 201. So that thing's coming off now, and then we'll see how we did. Okay, here it is in all its glory. It smells amazing. Bethany even testified to that. And you can see a little steam coming off that puppy still. So we're getting ready to break into it. It's going to be good. So that's just falling apart from moving from the foil to the pan. So this thing's just like literally falling. Okay, so here is the pork butt. After I put it on at about 5:45 this morning, it's now 2:30. So it's pretty much been cooking all day. Smells absolutely amazing. Looks pretty darn amazing. And this is going to be our non-traditional main course here on Thanksgiving. So we'll let you know in an hour how it was.